We're live. Hey everyone.
Hey, we're live, are we?
I think we're on apparently.
Yep, we're here.
Excellent. Hello. Welcome to the Bullion Now live event. Another one.
This is number 2.
Number dos.
Yeah.
Last week was good.
Last week was good.
It was.
Yeah. So if you weren't tuned into last week's or you haven't seen it, we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna change it up much. We're gonna try and move through a few more of your questions. Because we were a bit slack on that last time. We'll have some just general discussions, and we do have a, we don't call it a subscriber special, we call it a
live streaming special.
A live streaming special. And it's going to be a little different, so don't race to the website.
Yeah, it's not on.
Because we're not actually running it through the website.
F5.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, this time round it's going to be slightly different, so don't try and jump the gun, wait till we give you the full instructions on it.
I'm Joe, that's...
Oh, I'm Michael.
bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So, assuming you can see us okay and you can hear us okay,
yes.
If you can't, just shoot through a message on the, whatever you call the messagey thing down the side. And
someone's saying louder, but someone else is saying the audio seems better today when Michael speaks. So maybe it's me. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, you've got a more boomier voice than me.
Oh, that's my deep baritone.
That's your singing training. Yeah.
That's right. I'm getting it from
the diaphragm.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, all good stuff. So how you been?
I've been great.
That's good.
Yes.
All right.
How's the lockdown treating you?
Actually, believe it or not, lockdown's been fairly good. Terrible for the business, but we've been able to catch up.
Are we live yet? Or?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
But it's actually been great. We've been getting some jobs done that have been hanging over us for a long time. So from that perspective, it's actually been really good. But no, overall, it hasn't.
Yep.
So we should probably start responding to some of these.
Sure.
Some of these comments, and I don't know where we're driving them from because I've got comments down here.
Well, let's talk about the
crew.
crew.
I've got comments going up on the TV behind you, and I can't keep track of
who have we got in the back end here? Who's in the crew back here today? We've got DJ.
We do.
We've got DJ.
Yep.
Spinning the live stream. We've got Ruben back there as well.
Hello.
And we've got Matt just hanging out on his phone. Hey, Matt.
Oh, yeah. We have. So Matt's going to jump in later. We'll do some numismatic stuff with Matt later on.
Yeah.
So I noticed one from last week, and I never commented on it, and it's appeared again this week. It was hello from Canada. So hello to Canada.
Hello to all our international subscribers.
Yeah,
if you are watching, we did fail to say hello to you guys.
Yeah, but I think it gives me goosebumps thinking there's Canadians watching and Americans, and they'll be from all over the shop. But
14,700 subscribers now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Just been fantastic to see the support we've got. So
Absolutely.
Anyway, let's do some questions and stop gas bagging.
All right, cool. Let's have a look. See, first ones. Hello from New York.
Hey
Lee, love seeing your Aussie coins because they have such cool designs. They really do. We do them really well here. Look, the Royal Australian Mint, the Perth Mint, obviously, Smithy's Bullion. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So we do a lot of great stuff here. G'day, Lee.
I'd love to get to New York to see what it's like now, because I bet it's completely different to how it was 2.5, 3 years ago when I was there.
Last time I was there, 2006. So yeah, would be
it's changed since then
a lot
too.
Different. A lot different.
Yeah.
So we've got a hello from LA. Hi, that's from Darth Larper. Oh, Darth Larper, I recognise the name. Hi, from LA. Faraz is in Brisbane, Canberra. We've got...
Canberra's one of my favourite cities.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I went to the observatory there once. That was cool.
I used to fly in there at least twice a week.
Oh, right.
It's a fantastic place.
Fly? Are you what's this to do
previous
with
life. We'll go into that another time. All right.
What else?
Hey, Smithy's online. G'day, mate.
Hey, Smithy.
I think I owe you some silver. Sorry about that.
Sorry, bro.
I keep saying that we're catching up on a lot of jobs. That's probably one job I need to get to.
That's the only reason he jumped on. Sorry, mate. We'll get to you ASAP. I've got Jamie Frost here saying, I'm a sovereign guy, so an Aussie, an expat, I guess, living in Japan. I lived there for a year. Beautiful place to live. Loved it. But thanks to Sam's help, I'm slowly getting into silver. Excellent. And he has a question as well. Michael, what's your take on precious metals in any? I don't know what he means by that. Michael, what's your take on precious metals in any?
Or if any.
Or if any, sorry. If any, I guess.
So what's my take on precious metals?
I guess so, yeah.
I need a bit more information.
Yeah,
Where are you wanting me to come from on that one?
All right, we'll look for the follow-up
Yeah.
on that one. Let's see. The can says, I'm bathing in silver as we speak. Okay, cool. Is that colloidal silver? Because you don't want to end up like that Smurf guy.
Yeah. There was one that I don't know where we're up to with the different streams because
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
a few going on. But
I'm going from kind of the top.
yeah, somebody was commenting about what colour is a Smurf when you strangle it, and I have no idea.
Let's see. Hey guys, do you buy gold? This is from Silver Arrows. Hey guys, do you buy gold nuggets from our golden triangle? Not that he says, not that I would sell them, haha.
Yeah.
But do we buy gold nuggets?
Not as a rule, we don't. We don't venture into the nuggets too much. Having said that, over the next week or two, you're going to see us do a nugget special. We had someone bring them in from, not from the Triangle, from Tennant Creek way. Some nuggets from up there, and they are stunning nuggets. They've been properly cleaned, so they've got no quartz attached to them or anything along those sort of lines. And the boys have done them on the turntable, so they look absolutely brilliant, and you'll be able to buy them.
And we won't announce it. We won't. We're still talking about it, but you may be able to buy an added extra, possibly an add-on.
Yeah,
to those nuggets.
We're thinking about it.
About something extra.
Stand by it. You'll see some nuggets come through, but no. To answer your question properly, we don't tend to buy nuggets at this stage very often.
We've got T Properties. Obviously, I think they're from the States. What's your buyback price for 1 ounce silver in USD? It's spot price.
Yeah.
So whatever spot price is in USD, that's what we'll buy it back for. Up to a certain amount per day, and we're talking, but you've got to have like 100 kilos worth of stuff before we, drop it below spot price. But spot price.
Yeah.
Now it's interesting because in Australia, and we could be wrong. But as far as we're aware, we're not. In Australia, we're the only company, at least as far as we're aware, that actually pays spot price for all our international subscribers. You may not be used to that. Some of particularly our US subscribers, are used to actually walking into their little coin shop and getting over spot for some of their items.
Yeah, but it's more the coin, the US Eagle coin.
Yeah, if it's the Eagles or something like that.
But not as a general. You can't just take a kilo bar in and get spot as a rule.
Not at all.
Whereas you can here.
The thing that they're surprised with is in Australia, we do spot and we're the only company, again, as far as we're aware, that does it. So just, bear that in mind. In Australia, where sometimes you can get a little bit better in your own country, depending on where you are.
Moving right along.
Was that the? All right. Let's see. Raina is asking. Where are we? Right here, as I find it. I'll go back to that one. Mr. Side Hustle is asking, which metal are you bullish on and why? Not investment advice, of course.
Not investment advice. Platinum is my favourite metal at the moment. If you're looking for, let me walk that back a little bit. It depends on what you want to do. So gold is the good old stable, and don't call me a liar over the last 18 months because it's been a little volatile, but if you go back over the last 5,000 years, gold has been fairly stable. It moves up a little bit, down a little bit, up, down, up, just that little track, but always upwards. Silver has been more dynamic. You get that 10% bounce in 24 hours sort of thing, both upwards and downwards. Platinum has always been the quiet one in the background, but because of there's a lot of reasons why I'm a platinum buff at the moment, but because of the oversupply that we had 4 or 5 years ago, and I won't go into why that oversupply was there, but it really pushed the price right down. Whereas traditionally platinum's been on that 1-to-1 price basis with gold, it's now the price of gold. The demand is really starting to pick up for platinum now with the new technologies coming down the pike and those types of things. Platinum is a lot harder to find, a lot harder to refine, a lot harder to work with. So the industries are starting to want platinum for these new technologies. And the industry is, like the refining industry is saying, well, that's great, but you're going to have to start paying more for it. So we're actually starting to see the price of platinum move up. And if you do some research, look at some charts, you'll actually see the drop, the plateauing or the valleying, if you want to call it that, at a fairly low price, and the fact that we're just starting to kick up now. But that is not investment advice. Please don't race out in the next 2 minutes and buy platinum. Yeah. Do some research on it, but platinum is my pick at the moment.
Cool. I agree. We're getting this a few times now, this question. Are you getting UK Queen's Beasts completer coins in.
Mate, those things have been such a pain. Yes, is the short answer. And in fact, we had...
Shall we?
Do the unboxing.
Or do we want to give a little... We can do an individual unboxing video. Do we want to give a little sneak peek just for our currently 144 watches?
You packed the boxes away. I had the boxes stood up here. I was going to... Oh, they're only just over there. Have I still got them on? The short answer is yes. We've got the completers in.
Yeah.
We've got the 2-ounce completer in silver. We've got the 1-ounce completer in gold.
They're not on the website.
They're not on the website. Don't go and crash the website.
Don't call us. Don't email us. Don't bug Sam yet because we haven't figured out the pricing yet. We're not quite sure.
So all that will kick off early next week. We'll release those.
Yeah.
We are on the wait list for some of the other sizes in the completer as well.
Oh, cool.
So we will be getting the other sizes in, but for now they landed, I think they landed yesterday, late yesterday. We haven't had a chance to process them yet, but we have them. They will be coming to you from Bullion Now early next week.
Cool. Excellent. That's it? We're not
That's it. Let's move on.
Okay, all right. We won't do a cool unboxing. Let's see. We want to see... I won't say that one. All right. Okay. This is one from The Lucky Simpin Show. All right. What books would you recommend to learn more about investing in gold and silver?
You've got a favourite book/series on that, don't you?
Mike Maloney. I mean, I'd be starting with the Mike Maloney series. There's a few. I mean... You can read his book, which is a little bit old now, but still relevant, the Mike Maloney's Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver. But then his follow-up video series, and it's all over YouTube, The Secret... Hidden Secrets of Money. Thank you, Matt. The Hidden Secrets of Money, episode 1 to, I think it's up to 7 or 8 now. That's the one you should watch. And that's the one that you should, if you're trying to get other people interested, not that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink, but that's the perfect video series to start. Start with episode 1. It just goes into what is money. It's very simple. It's very well explained for, the layman, and then just go through all of those.
It's a good one for lockdown because it's 9 episodes or something that go for
Tell you
hours.
What, if you want one that is good for lockdown and you don't have kids, and maybe you're just living at home by yourself or with someone else, and you've got about 48 hours of video watching time. And I did explain this once in our first little interview like 2 years ago. It's called the Sons of Liberty Academy. And it's like you just go down the rabbit hole and you spend about 2 years there, it feels like, and then you come all the way back up again. It's by a guy named Chris Dwayne. He did condense that Sons of Liberty Academy recently into a shorter, like about an hour segment, something like that. I think it was called Silver Shield something. But if you want to do the big one, it's like 10 different modules, and they're long, but they're really in depth, and it's good.
Rich Dad Poor Dad did one on gold and silver investing as well, and that one's not bad for an intro. What do we got?
Queen's Beast. Yes, we already did that one. Let's see. All right, this one's from WAPP High. Don't know how to pronounce the first one. Other than eBay and when Perth Mint and you guys sell out, where is the best place to source specific years of Perth Mint 1-ounce gold and silver coin series? So we're talking, gold kangaroos or kookaburras or old koalas or things like that.
Silver Stackers forum.
Silver Stackers.
So there's some guys on there. So silverstackers.com. It's an Australian forum, but it's got a lot of international presence on there as well. So that's a good place. You can hunt it up there. And what's the Facebook one?
Let's give a plug to Gold and Silver Stackers Australia Facebook page. We've probably got a few of you watching or part of that group right now because I did post on there earlier to say, make sure you watch out. So great group. It's about 3,500 page likes, and that's a good little community. So join that one. Gold and Silver Stackers Australia is that Facebook page. That's pretty good. So that's where you can trade and all that. So that's probably the best two I would suggest. Nathan Schumacher, cool name. We really can't answer this, but it's where do you see the silver price in 2050?
In 2050?
2050, yeah.
Well, look,
I'll be dead in 2050, man. Actually,
30
no.
years. No, I'm not going to be.
No, hopefully not.
Look, not investment advice, and obviously
Yeah,
my
yeah.
crystal ball has flat batteries at the moment, so we're struggling a little bit on that. But look, if you go back over history, you'd have to say, taking out, Hunt Brothers episodes and those types of black swan events, you would have to say, going by history, you'd have to see it quite a bit more than it is quite right now.
Yep.
It's probably about as far out as I'm going to go with that one.
Fair enough. Going back a little bit, because I did skip a few, the Can asked, is there anywhere to buy capsules for 1 kilo silver bars?
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. I hate to say this, but your eBay or your Alibaba would be the way to go on that one.
Yep.
And I say that very, very gingerly.
Yes.
Yeah, just be really careful. I might even, Matt, do you want to call out? I hope the microphone will pick you up. Do you want to give a really quick burst on capsules, PVC, that type of thing? What the guys need to look out for?
Yeah.
Do you want to come closer and
I'll wander on over.
Sit on the.
I'll try and.
Sit
I'll
on the.
share Joe's mic.
I don't. Can't actually. Best to sit here because then there we go.
Yeah, so
Hey,
I'll try
Matt in the
and-
middle.
Hello.
Ah,
So just a quick burst on being careful of PVC and those types of things with capsules.
Yeah, so generally the cheaper mass-produced the things you get on eBay often contain PVC, which can leak into your coins and create very undesirable tarnishing, which will generally significantly reduce the value of your coin on the secondary market. So it's always best to steer clear of PVC. You can get those through reputable companies like Lighthouse. They'll supply you with high-end archival quality products.
They do,
Cool.
but
Put your collection in.
they're not cheap. If you go down the Lighthouse path, they are brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Yes.
criticising the product. You're just going to pay a little bit for them.
I wouldn't do my whole stack
No.
in Lighthouse products.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful. Thanks,
Cool.
mate.
get out. All right, so we've got another one from the Lucky Simpin show. Does the AUD exchange rate affect much of the gold price and silver price?
Yeah, if you're buying in Australian dollars,
Yeah.
absolutely it does.
Absolutely.
So quite often we tell people, and it surprises people, that when you're not in the US or you're not buying in US dollars, you really are making two plays. You're playing the spot price market for that precious metal, but you're also playing the local currency USD ratio play as well. And we see, and I did a video on it ages ago, and I probably should do a refresher, where I took some snapshots of Kitco pricing in various currencies. And you could see in that one, the price had gone up, I think it was, up in US dollars, but it had actually gone down in Australian dollars because of the currency shift that had occurred at the same time. So absolutely. And it drives us nuts here because quite a lot of the wholesalers, refiners and that we deal with, even in Australia, but particularly overseas, they all deal in US dollars. So you've really got to start picking your times where you buy things and that type of thing. And it's hard work. So yes, absolutely it does.
Absolutely. Kane Friday.
I was going to say,
It's because his album just dropped, and not Kane's, Kanye's. Kane Friday just basically says, I heard platinum proof coins hold outstanding premiums. Apparently,
all platinum products have big premiums because it's a mongrel metal to work with.
but
So
more so that it holds its
they
premium.
absolutely do hold their premium.
Okay.
But I would argue that both hold their premium. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here. A platinum coin or bar is not something I would sell back to a dealer. It's the sort of thing that I would try and sell into the secondary market because the dealers aren't going to give you the premium, and that includes us. We buy back at spot.
Yeah.
If you can get the premium in the secondary market, it's certainly worth it because they are a premium. Platinum particularly is a premium product. You're paying a lot of premium for. You should try and squeeze that premium out.
Fair enough. We have Nathan Schumacher asking, are 1 gram gold 30 cards, I presume he's saying, are they a bad investment?
Yes.
So the one little grammars.
Yeah.
The little, like the Perth
My
mints or
answer is going to be maybe.
Why?
Look, they're great if that's what you can because they're approximately $90, $90 to $100.
Ish.
So if you play that out premium wise,
That's
compared
huge
to a
premium.
1 ounce bar or a kilo bar, the premium's humongous.
It is.
But it's fractional silver, fractional gold, it's fractional size. And we always say that the 1 ounce is the sweet spot in gold between reducing the premium, because the bigger you go, the lower the premium becomes. But the bigger you go, the less options you have. Obviously, if you've got a kilo bar, you need a quick $5,000. You can't just hack the corner off with a hacksaw and bring it in, because we're not going to pay you for it anywhere near what you'd get for a proper bar. So the 1 gram bar is right down the end of the premium spectrum. So you're paying a lot of premium. Having said that, you're still buying a gram of gold, and it's still gold. It's still something you can sell to other people or to give to your kids
gifts,
or
really
that
good
type
gifts.
of thing, and it doesn't break the bank. It's a great way to get other people interested. Wow, it's gold. This is fantastic. So yeah, it can be a bad investment. If you were buying a kilo of gold, I wouldn't suggest you do it in 1 gram bars. Having said that, if you wanted to buy $100 worth of gold, it's a great way to buy it.
And this is a perfect, and this is a total plug for one of our products, but if you want to take a look at our unallocated program, this is perfect for people who maybe you get your paycheck and you've allotted $100 every 2 weeks to put towards gold. Okay, so all you do is you go to our website, you go to the unallocated section of the website, you buy 1 gram of gold every paycheck, 1 gram of gold a week. And you're not paying the premium because you're only paying spot price. That's the thing, we only charge spot price for our unallocated program. If you don't know what we're talking about, go to our channel. There's a playlist called Unallocated Program, and we do a whole bunch of videos on what it is, how it works. But basically, think of it like a saving program. Let's just say you want a kilo bar, or let's say you want a 100 gram, let's do that. You want to buy a 100 gram gold bar, but you can't afford it straight away. Well, you just buy $100 here, a gram here, until you've made up around about 100 grams worth, a little bit more when you include the premium. And then later on, you just call us or email us or whatever and say, I want to turn my unallocated holdings into a real physical product. And then that's when you pay the actual premium later on down the track. But look, the playlist will explain everything. But it's the very good program.
Yeah. And it's physically backed before everyone jumps on us.
Yes, it's not
actually backed by physical.
Correct.
It's not
one-to-one. It's full physical. Let's see. Donald Best says or asks, I guess, I'd heard there's a shortage in Australia, or is the physical still readily available?
Shortage of silver?
Well, there's a shortage. They didn't say gold or silver, so maybe let's go with both.
Okay, so my answer to that would be there is no shortage of metal, but there is shortage of variety. So it's...
There's a shortage of production time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or production capacity. Yep. I'll agree with that. It's difficult. If you said to me, I want 10 ounces of silver, no worries, we'd supply that now. No problem at all. Sure. If you said, I want 10 ounce bars of Perth Mint silver, like I would struggle because Perth Mint aren't making them at the moment.
We have to wait until they're made.
Just going to have to excuse us for a second. The joys of life coverage. We just had one of the freight guys turn up to pick up some products, so Ruben's had to dive and on the hand grenade and
a lovely
leap through the camera.
A lovely jeté there. That was cool.
So look, it's the variety of product we're struggling to get, but that's starting to loosen up. And this is, I've been trying to introduce this into a conversation for a while. We've had several questions, thankfully not today, but we've had several questions where people have asked, are we getting in the American Eagles in silver? This is one of the ones where we're really I've just seen Ruben leap across the screen in the background. This is one of the ones that we're really struggling to get in. And this is a premium issue. I'm not prepared to pay the premium that the wholesalers are demanding for those types of, for the Eagles, the silver Eagles at the moment. So it's that variety that we're struggling both from a production perspective. They can't get it on the production lines because they're too busy producing kilo bars and that sort of thing. But also because I'm not going to say people are price gouging, but people are price gouging. the price and the premiums have just gone through the roof, and I'm not prepared to pay that sort of premium for a product.
Yep, fair enough. No, they're in. Interesting. Someone's asking, can we invest in titanium coins? Is it worth it? Not that I'm aware of.
I'm not actually really. I mean, there's a few titanium coins around, but I wouldn't call them stacking coins. They're more a collector's item. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Now, a vibranium coin, I would definitely invest in that. But the unobtainium coins, they're really hard to get.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's see. Someone's asking. Oh, well, I think we'd. Someone's asking gems versus precious metals, which is better? But yeah, that's
you're
a
talking
big
to a
question.
precious metals company.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a biased answer
Yeah.
and say precious metals.
metals.
But even if I take myself out of the company, gems. If you think gold and silver is black magic, gems are right out there. It's all smoke and mirrors. I'm not trying to get into the De Beers argument or anything like that either. I'm more like, unless you know gems, unless you really, really know, the cut of them and the carats and the all that sort of stuff, stay away from them. And certainly you don't buy them. Don't tell me you've invested in a diamond ring for the sake of the diamond, because
you do not buy a diamond ring for the investment quality of that. No, do not. You buy it to please someone. That's pretty much what you do.
Yeah, so I would say precious metals, they're easier to understand. It's either gold or it ain't. Whereas diamonds or any of the gems, it could be, it might not be. Just because it's big doesn't make it worth anything. Just because it's small doesn't mean it's not worth anything. It can be cut this way. It can have that
Clarity,
floor and this.
Yeah.
Mate, no way.
Fair enough. Alex Kidd is asking, would you boys have any recommendations on great places to prospect for gold in Victoria? Yes, and I'm not telling you. No.
I actually do.
I don't actually.
I actually think that one of the most
here we go.
prospected areas.
Everyone's about to leave the live stream with their.
That's right.
With their
No, is Gippsland. So from your Walhalla kind of West Gippsland hills all the way through to, I was out in Omeo recently, and the gold history through there. Yeah, sure, in the 1800s they went through the area and they mined a lot, but there has been very little mining for the last 50 to 100 years through that area.
Right.
A lot of gold out there. I do a lot of fall driving out there, a lot of fishing and that. Well, I don't do a lot of fishing these days, but a lot of that, I spent my teenage years up there. That is one of the areas I would suggest people start poking around.
Very cool.
That's my hot tip.
We are almost to the sort of the half. We call it the halfway point, I guess. We're nearly half an hour in. What do you think? Shall we make mention? No?
No. Keep it going a little bit
all
longer.
Right, cool.
Just
whet their appetite a little bit more. Is that?
There's a couple of questions from Blue gone through, and he's an American.
Okay.
So hi Blue.
Hi,
I did
Blue.
say saw you from the US.
Good,
you asked a question about something, and it slipped off the screen, and I can't, for the life of me, remember what it was.
We can find it. We can find it somewhere. Well, we've got a lot of comments, a lot of questions. Really great to see. 164 people watching. That's about 30 something better than our best last week. So it's slowly getting better. That's good. Let's see now.
Sorry, mate, I can't find it.
Can't find
so
it.
we'll keep scooting along. But
Right.
if you want to ask it again, I'll keep an eye out and I'll.
So do you want to go back to the thing we were going to do or no?
No. Just keep.
Okay,
Let's rattle through some questions, mate. We're clogging up here.
All right, no worries. Okay, God's Money is asking $1 million question for you. In early 2000s, price of gold and silver sharply. I think that must be fell sharply. Why that happened? What are your thoughts?
In early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Geez, I'm trying to remember back. So early 2000s, I think we're going to find, it depends when we're talking about. That was about when a lot of the central banks started unloading a lot of their gold, because prior to the latest Basel III agreement, if you're a central bank, if you held US dollars in your reserve, you could effectively, I'm massively simplifying here, but you could effectively borrow off the World Bank on a 1-to-1 ratio, whatever you were holding in USD. If you held gold reserves,
Because it was level 3, wasn't it?
yeah, it was level 3, so you could only borrow 50% of the value of that gold asset. So a lot of the the central banks were sitting there going, well, I've got 100 gazillion USD and I've got 100 gazillion ounces of gold or dollars of equivalent value in gold. I can borrow 100% of this, but only half of this. I'm better off liquidating this into USD, and now I can borrow to 100% of capacity. So the late 90s and the early 2000s was a lot of that, the central banks dumping their precious metals onto the market, and it had quite a large flow-on
At
effect.
some point, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, that Australia, we got rid of our entire stack as such.
I believe so, but I'm waiting for a phone call from the Reserve Bank to confirm that one. So I don't know.
I'm sure you're next in line. Let's see, what else have we got here?
Yeah. I'm just watching one going through from Little Paws. What was your previous work life prior to Bullion Now?
No, I think that question was for you.
Yeah, it was. Depends how far we want to go back. So I've had several careers.
Yeah.
I was an apiarist for a while.
Well,
An apiarist.
for
Beekeeper.
yes, for people who don't know, that's
and I still do keep bees. I love
Okay.
bees. Liquid
cool.
gold, it's great stuff.
Okay.
So we had an apiary, a commercial apiary. I'm actually a pilot by trade, and I did that for many years, and I trained as a bean counter many moons ago.
You're an accountant by training, really?
Yeah, we don't talk about
Okay,
this part of it.
all right, didn't know that. Not that you can give financial advice, of
No,
course.
not even slightly.
Let's see. Someone's asking, is the silver shield, silver bullet? Oh, no, no, I can't ask that one. That's right. Someone asks, do you think we will ever see $20 silver again? Can't say.
$20 Australian or US?
I'm going to guess US because we kind of all talk in the US
USD.
terms.
It wouldn't shock me.
It wouldn't shock. If you watch my plug, if you watch when I get the chance to do them, I do a price analysis usually once a week when I get the time. And recently we've been talking about a big support level in US dollar terms of around about $19.80, something like that. I think it's been. We're not there yet, and we might not get there again, but it's kind of a big line in the sand for me. But it's not out of the realm of possibility. You never know. I think we're looking good in the mid to long term, though, for sure, in terms of its price. Not that we give financial advice. Let's see. Someone is asking. Niti Kawa is asking. Do people cling wrap their kilo silver?
Yes.
Or does it not matter? Does it tone if you don't?
If we're talking bars here, it amazes me. We get people. Sorry, I'm not trying to be sexist there. I was using it generically. We get people that polish the bars, and they look sensational. And in fact, we're going to look at some locally produced ones further on down the track. CPG do one that's got a mirror finish on it. I think XAGs have a beautiful mirror finish on them as well.
They do.
So, and they just look stunning. But we have that all the way through to the guys. We have one gentleman in particular who is a plumber, and he buys silver office and digs a hole with his backhoe and literally throws it into the dirt, covers it up, and then when he needs some cash, he gets his backhoe out and he digs it up, and if we're lucky, he brushes the clay off, and then he throws it in a box and he brings it in here. So, and it'll have knocks on it from the backhoe, and it has clay on it, and oh mate, they're a disaster. So we have both extremes. So yes, we have people that cling wrap them and they polish them and they keep them in proper containers and the whole lot, through to people don't give a rat's. Because at the end of the day, if it's a kilo of silver, we pay spot. If it's covered in grub, or whether it's the shiniest display piece on earth, we pay spot.
One of our most popular videos is an epic unboxing of buried silver coins, and that's where we bought back two American Silver Eagle monster boxes, sealed boxes
Oh, yeah.
that have been buried under a flower bed for 6 years because they were 2013 coins. And to this day, people are still on that video, and I guess for understandable reasons, because when we opened up the box, mint condition.
Yes,
Like,
I was shocked.
Mint condition. American Silver Eagles, not no toning, nothing, even though they've been buried under the thing in kind of sort of Queenslandish kind of more
No, it was
slightly tropical,
New
wasn't it?
South Wales.
New South Wales, so a little bit higher than where we are, so a little bit higher, close to the equator, a little bit more humid, but not hugely, I guess.
Obviously not wet ground, so
Not
I'd
wet,
say
not wet ground, and that's
say
the thing.
aridish.
And to this day, we get people going, "You faked that. You just put
Yeah,
some
we
dirt
didn't.
over the box."
I
And
think we were more shocked than
Yeah,
anyone else
yeah.
that they came out
Yeah.
so clean.
so it's amazing where you can store your stuff and it's still in good condition. Let's see. Little Paws is asking, are Joe and Matt brothers? You guys look and sound similar. The glasses too. You know what? Since you've been working here, man, I feel like you're my brother now.
Yeah, that's
My
nice.
bro.
All right, let's keep
Virtual-
trundling along.
Virtual-
We're
look
all
at-
behind you. You got-
I got to keep up. Oh, there's lots of questions.
Yes.
Heaps
Yeah,
of questions.
yeah.
We're not getting
I
anywhere
can
near
only,
'em.
I can only ask them as they come in. Do you want me to start from?
There's
the,
a
do you want me
question
to go
about
from the end, or?
fake bars.
Okay.
We don't see a lot of fake bars. We do see some fake bars coming through the store. Usually people buying them from. I'm trying not to name names here, but on the secondary market, and they're doing dodgy deals down back alleys and getting good prices. Or they think they're getting good prices, but usually they turn out to be expensive copper and that sort of stuff. So I'm not trying to scaremonger anyone. We do see them. We don't see a heck of a lot. But absolutely we do. And in fact, we've got a video coming out on some more fake bars that we had come through the store fairly recently.
Do milk spots affect the price of silver coins?
If you're selling them back to us, no, we pay spot. If you're selling them into the secondary market, particularly the collector's market, absolutely. Do you clean coins? No. As a collector, and I'm a coin guy at the end of the day, you don't clean coins. It's just one of the unfortunate byproducts of some silver coins.
Yeah. Is there any gold in Fort Knox?
Pass.
Yep. Next. We've got someone's asking, are we going to restock on Britannia coins?
Funnily enough, we placed an order for some Britannias last night.
Yep.
So, yes, we are. Anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 months, and they'll be in stock.
St. Helena bars sold out in minutes. Are any more coming in?
Not at this stage. I haven't placed an order for St. Helena's. I was a little disappointed with the quality of them.
The rim knock.
Yeah, just it wasn't, again, I'm over exaggerating. They just had a few rim knocks down the side and I wasn't flash on it.
Fantastic. Any of those you're seeing come through? Because I'm just trying to go a little bit back because I've skipped a bit of a middle ground there.
We think we saw that question from Blue. If you're chasing that, was asking about what you think is what's the feeling like of holding a kilo gold coin or bar.
The only thing that beats holding the kilo gold coin
Is that?
It's the 10 kilo gold coin. It's still to this day, and I've said this
cool.
many times, it gives you spine tingles. And it's funny, the guys that work here, or the people that work here, you can tell when they're walking around with a kilo bar somewhere on them because they all have a smile on, not that they don't smile when they're working here anyway, but they have a smile on their face as they trundle around.
Let's see. Well, we just actually answered that question. What else? Let me go through. We've answered the milk spot one. Someone's asking about I don't think we have the answer, but any news on the 5-ounce ox mintage numbers?
No, haven't been released yet.
Nope.
That's probably Did you set me up?
No, I did not. I did not.
All right. What we might do is we're going to do the Watcher special. What do you call this? We've got to come up with a name for it.
The live streamer special?
Live stream special. Don't go to the website.
It's not
okay?
on the website.
There's a bit of an explanation behind it. After that, we're actually going to drag Matt across and we're going to do some numismatic questions. So if you want to tidy up some or throw in some numismatic questions, we'll start firing on those. So the subscriber, the watcher, the live streaming special is, and I've got one here. Don't go to the website.
They're
okay?
not on the website. You can't order it.
It actually is the 5-ounce ox.
Yeah.
We have a limited number of those. Now, anyone who remembers our disastrous 5-ounce ox release, I've still got PTSD over it.
Yeah.
I promised our IT guys that I would not release this to the web and crash our website yet again. So please don't go there. The way we're going to do this is we're going to get you to send us an email. We've got 30 of them available. We will do them to the first 30 emails we get. There's one each. And you need to send it to...
Hang on, do you want to put the certain subject line or something like that?
No, I don't care. I'm happy just to take the first 30 emails. You can write me a nice note if you want, but otherwise just send in an email with your email address. Send us an email to live, L-I-V-E, at bullionnow.com.au. We'll take the first 30 emails, and I haven't actually worked out the finer detail whether we flick them a link or whether we just send them an invoice.
Think of it like an expression of interest, and so the first 30 get the first dibs, I guess. And we don't know. Do you know what the pricing point is on those?
You could possibly even look. One of the boys in the background could look it up.
Yeah, sure.
Just live at bullionnow.com. It's actually up on your screen. There you go.
Cool.
So send us an email to that. We'll send you back a link in the next 24 hours. I'll send you back a link. Click on that link and it will take you to a page where you can make your purchase for one of the incredibly low mintage 5-ounce Bullion ox.
We don't know what the official mintage is.
I don't know the official mintage, but I do know that they're not... I talked to Perth Mint very recently and they said they are not doing any more of the Lunar oxes in any size, in any metal.
Oh.
So the mintage has stopped, as far as I'm aware.
Wow.
So they will be giving us mintage numbers soonish, but no more are available. We've got these 30 which are buried in the back of the safe, which I wouldn't let the guys sell because, like I said, I still had PTSD over the last release that we did.
You've got to save a couple just in case there's damaged ones in the post. There's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'll show you that. That was that.
Okay, so we were selling them for $222.70 with today's spot, with the premium that it would have been. So we'll set it up for $220.
$220.
Yeah.
All right. Is that not floating with spot?
No.
That's
actually I think we can do that with the website link, can't we?
Oh, let me find out what the per spot price was. Let's do it that way. Does that make more sense? And then we can just lower the per spot price, and then it depends. Or how would you like to work it?
They're $220 each.
All right.
We'll work it out from there.
Okay, they're going to sell quick anyway.
Yeah,
so.
and you can buy up to one.
Yeah, one per person.
Alrighty, so that email address again is live, L-I-V-E, at bullionnow.com.au. Yep. Flick through the email. We'll take the first 30 emails. We'll offer them. If there's any left over, like anyone doesn't take up the offer, we'll release it to the next 5 or 10. But I doubt very much there's going to be any more than that.
Yep. Fair enough.
They'll be gone by then. So
yep.
Flick it across. We'll get it sorted out.
Excellent. Someone's asking, show the vault, please.
Not going to happen.
No.
Really sorry. Security reasons, we can't do that.
Nope, can't do that.
Will you ever get, I just want to answer this one, will you ever get a Perth Mint 400-ounce gold bar? I think it's very unlikely we'll get a Perth Mint one. Stand by, because we do have one in the works.
We're thinking.
We're going to do something with a 400-ounce bar in the not too distant future.
Will it involve dynamite?
We did talk about that, didn't we?
A little bit. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. You want to jump out and we'll bring Matt across and we'll do some numismatic questions if you've got them.
Cool.
I don't know how we're going to mic him up.
Do you just want to do a? Do you want to
swap mics?
Well, we can swap and.
Okay.
You can just hand it over. It's all live.
Oh. So while they're off camera, I'm assuming I'm back on. Am I back on, Deej?
You're back on.
Beautiful. Oh, the voice from the depths.
Honestly, it's so fun.
Yeah. So while they're getting organised with microphones and that, what's it going? No, the vault is just Michael's basement. No, it's not. Custom Bullion Now mintage bars. We've talked about this a few times. The big problem I have with the custom Bullion Now bars is I can't fit Bullion Now on a 1-ounce bar. But we'll work out something eventually. Done, panicked, must have one there. So people are sending through the email. Type 2 silver and gold eagles on the horizon. The platinum one is. I don't know if we're going to get the Type 2 silver and gold eagles. only if they bring the premiums back, because the premiums were way too expensive. Where are the 1 ounce silver kangaroo bars, mate? We had them for all of about 10 minutes and they raced out the door. I wish Perth Mint would produce more of them. They are a stunning bar, but they don't do it. Do you have platinum and palladium buyback policy? We do, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So if someone in the background could work out what our platinum and palladium buyback policy is, that would be great. Great question on the 10 kilo. Oh, great. On the 10 kilo mouse, still haven't seen it in person. Stand by for the 10 kilo ox unboxing. We are doing that in the not too distant future.
We are indeed.
Welcome, Matt.
Hello, thank you for having me. This is very exciting. You've been blasting through the questions. I think this is a way to do it. You can just start reading them straight off the telly.
All right. Is it good to grade plated coins, Matt?
Is it good to grade plated coins? It depends on the coin. That's such a weak answer that I've got for you, but it depends on the coin. You know, like if it's like an aftermarket thing, probably not. If it was issued like that and it's a unique coin with a following, yeah, sure. Like any coin with a following is worth getting graded because everyone wants that, 70 grade.
Yeah,
So-
but do you think that graded coins are worth it in Australia?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so. I may have mentioned a good friend of mine, Eric Eigner, runs a company called Drake Sterling, and also the guys I was chatting with in Brisbane, Imperial, are authorised PCGS partners, and they do a lot of submissions, and it's something that's gaining momentum in Australia, so it's great.
It's definitely worth it overseas. It's only just starting to gather momentum here.
Yeah, yep.
Who does Matt barrack for?
North Melbourne.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that didn't come up in the job interview. We're going to have a review after this.
Yeah, I've got loose family ties. My uncle was their runner for quite some time, and yeah, he's quite a successful builder. He worked on, I don't know if it's controversial to say now, but he worked on Wayne Carey's house.
All right, say no more.
That's enough.
Why do we have to pay higher premium for the Australian nugget coin? That's probably a me question.
Yeah. What's the story, Michael?
They charge me more wholesale. So
Well, I guess that's it, right? Yeah, it's not a decision that's up to us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm a very generous person. If they charge me more, I pass that charge on to you. That's essentially what it comes back to. Is silver spot price? Yeah, no, not going there. How about a COVID coin? There is actually some COVID coins out there,
are floating
and
around. There was
some of them
yeah.
are sensational.
Yeah. I want an Unk 1938 crown. I have an Unk 1938 crown. It's a beautiful coin. It is the rarer of the two crowns. 1937 was the more common. They did about 1 million.
Yeah.
And 1938 was just over 100,000 mintage. It's the largest circulating coin that Australia issued. Did not last long. Too
No.
big in your pockets.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody wants to check that email address again, so if you can whack that up, that'd be great.
Tech boys are giving a thumbs up.
Yeah, so you should see that in a second. Have you seen the new Olympic set of coins and do you like them? I actually haven't seen them.
I have. I imagine they're referring to the $2 coins.
Yep.
So this is a joint venture with Woolworths and the Royal Australian Mint.
Okay.
And they look pretty cool. As far as the coloured $2 coins go, some of them, for me, it gets a little tired. It can get a little repetitive, the format. But I think these look really cool. There's some really nice designs in there.
Hobble Bobble says hi. Matt, my cousin says you are a very interesting man.
Nice.
There you go.
I'd like to meet your cousin. Should explain that to my fiance.
Get married, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Aussie Kelp. Oh, here we go. No, I won't do that one. I have a 38 crown and a 34-35 florin. I like both of those. They're great coins.
They are indeed.
How about some 1700 gold Escudos? Are those popular?
They are popular in my collection.
Yeah, they are. He's a big fan of those. What coins would you suggest to collect that are graded?
Well, it's all right. So with in terms of grading coins, it is not the coin. It's not necessarily just the coin. In my experience, it has to be a coin of exceptional quality. So you can have coins that are uncirculated, but within that, there's it sounds odd to say, but there's a fairly large spread of uncirculated within that grade. You know, in terms of the PCGS grading, once you hit 60, you are in uncirculated territory, but then it goes right up to 70. So you can get coins that are relatively common, but if you get it graded and it is a remarkable example, you will get the premium back. So yeah, that's again probably a bit of a weak answer, but it has to be a particularly pleasing example of a coin.
You can also get lower grade coins graded, but only if they're rarer.
That's right.
You know,
know,
a
like
1930 penny, you'd get that graded. You could get that graded irrespective of condition.
Absolutely, and you most commonly you're looking around the the VF 25 realm for a 1930 penny. Anything above that, and you're getting into the big dollars.
Yeah, that's right. Do you like the reverse proof Libertads?
I think reverse proof coins are super cool.
I do too.
But then I probably communicated this a number of times when we have our chats. I love anything a bit different. Anytime a mint does something out of the ordinary, I love it. And it's reflected in the collector's market. People chase that kind of thing, particularly if it's the first time doing it. It's great.
When can we expect US Silver Eagles Type 2 coins in the shop? Look, I don't want to flog a dead horse here, but when it costs me just over $70 Australian to have them landed here, I'm not game enough to sell them for. I mean, I'd have to sell them for somewhere between $70 to $75 to break even. The uproar and the accusations of price gouging that would follow very closely of me releasing those to the web, I'm not prepared to risk our reputation on it. And I know a few people I've talked to about this in the store have said, I'd pay $75, $80 for one. That's fine, but if we sell, and look, I don't want to get into the economics of running a shop, but if we sell one coin, like one silver coin to a customer, we actually make a loss. Because by the time I take into account, getting it in, paying the guys to unpack it, sort it, make the transaction and get someone out the door sort of thing, and give you one of our sensational Bullion Now bags, we actually end up making a loss. So I actually need people to buy 10, 20, 40, 100, and no one's going to pay $75, $80 Australian for 100 US Eagles. So until that premium starts easing back, we're not going to be the place for you to buy Eagles at this stage. We'll get them, we will get them, but we're waiting for the premium to come back.
I want to know, Michael, and this I'm just going to jump in with my own question. Someone else might have the same question. What do you think of the new design on the Eagles with the removal of a portion of the reading? Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I haven't studied it, I'll admit, and I haven't seen it in real life. I've only seen pictures of it. I'm going to be a little controversial here. I actually don't mind it.
Okay.
I know that I'm going to get caned for that comment, but I actually don't mind it.
Yeah.
That much. So.
No, change is as good as a holiday.
As NGC is acquired by Blackstone, still NGC grading is worth. So will NGC grading still be worth it?
Well, NGC have quite a strong following, particularly in the ancient coins market. So my understanding is PCGS do not dabble in the ancients, and I can understand why. It's a minefield of fakes and replicas and all that sort of thing. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, their reputation is quite strong.
Yeah. Not
quite to the extent of PCGS, who just seem to be at the forefront of that market. Yeah.
Yeah. Little pause. Michael, you mentioned you're dabbling in yield farming. I did. I'm actually having a ball with it. You appear to be more the gold precious metals man. Are your staff like Joe and Matt teaching you? Actually, I'd be lying if I said no there. Yeah, they are. It's been the interesting discussions we have around the campfire at different times in the office here.
Yeah.
So, here they are. And I'm also, making my own mistakes and learning from that, which is how I usually learn best, is stuffing up.
We had one roll through about if we sell rhodium.
We do sell rhodium. I've got some rhodium bars in. I think that I might have seen the corner of that one. I think they were talking rhodium coins. or am I wrong?
Just rhodium bullion.
Yep, we've got some rhodium in stock if you're after it. Half ounce bed bars they are. So yeah, contact us if you're interested and we can sort you out with some. Managed to get a proof Type 2 Eagle from US Mint the other night. Well done. You can ship, but what?
Your favourite gold and silver coins. What have you got, Michael?
I like so many of them.
Yeah, but your favourite, you got to pick.
I can't.
Oh, gee.
What's yours?
My favourite gold coin. It's a generic answer, but the sovereign. I love the gold sovereign. I think that's a really, really interesting, tangible bit of history that crosses a lot of different, what would you say, countries. They've been all over. My favourite silver coin. I was thinking about this, and I think I said it last stream, was the Melbourne Centenary florin. In addition to that, I do love the crown. Since it was raised earlier, that got me thinking. The first time I held a crown, that really sort of set me off on collecting the larger coins, and so I love the Australian crown.
I think my problem is more that I like, more than the coin, I like the history behind the coin. So you mentioned the SOV. I love the SOVs because the history behind the SOV, and I mentioned this, might have even been the last live stream, but fairly recently, about a customer we had who still had the sovereign that had been sewn into his father's leather jacket, from a bomber jacket from during the war. Like, it's tales like that with the coins that really give me the goosebumps. So it's actually those tales that I love, the thoughts behind it. Did this coin go to the war? Did this coin, come out of the Ballarat goldfields during the mining rush, during the gold rush? Did it come over on a boat, with a convict, or with, a merchant, or, it's those types of things that give me goosebumps. So it's more, I don't have a type of coin, rather than, this coin, kind of has this imagination behind it.
Matt, why did you choose a career down the bullion path as opposed to going to uni?
No. Go back a stage. What was your previous career to coins and stamps after you left school?
Yeah, okay. All right. So when I finished school, I'll try and give you an abridged to a succinct retelling. I told Joe just the other day. So I finished school and I was working at McDonald's, and I loved that job. It was so much fun. I did that, and then my parents sat me down and said, you need to get a full-time job and get serious. So I got a job at a call center working for Simply Energy, getting incredibly abusive calls about people's high electricity bills. And I loved both. So I was working both jobs. I was working full-time, and then I'd come home, I'd have dinner, and I'd go work at McDonald's for 4 hours and repeat the cycle. That became too much. And one of the girls I worked with said, it might be we were getting very low pay. It was an issue in the call center game, and one of the girls said, "Oh, Australia Post are hiring, and that they pay a livable wage, so maybe we should apply there." And I was the only one that did. No one else did. So I threw my hat in the ring and ended up working there, which led to the Philatelic Bureau, the stamp department, and so on and so forth. I ended up in coins, and in terms of my education, I did a diploma in music business straight out of high school.
That's more where I was trying to get you.
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes. So I was getting bogged down in the boring stuff, but I was pursuing a career in music. I wanted to be a rock star, and I went off and did my diploma in music business, and safe to say, that didn't work out.
Come on. You've got to give us a bit more information on the rock star.
So I played in a band. I did that for about 6 years.
What type of band?
The band is called Cat or Pillar. Maybe the boys can chuck it up. give me a free plug. It was alternative.
It's elevated
rock.
music, isn't it?
Elevated music, alternative rock. And I did that for about 6 or 7 years, and we did.
It's more like screamo, from what I can make out.
No. Yeah, Brett said he liked it, so. I've done a bit of all sorts. I've had a colourful career, but my career has sort of, I suppose, like a lot of us in this industry, it just happens progressively. I never set out to become the bullion guy or work. It never crossed my mind as an option out of high school. And one thing leads to another. You have conversations. I came here, and you can see the interview we did when I was working for the coin company. And during that conversation, at the very end of it, I mentioned that due to the current lockdowns, my company was shutting the shop. And you said, let me know if you ever, if you ever need a job. And I think 2 hours later, I sent you my CV. Yeah. And away we went.
Question from Susan Pitt. How do we easily spot fake 2012 red poppies and now also 2013 Chrono Nation coins? And she follows that up with, and what do we do if we end up with a fake?
That's a good one. So the 2012, if there's no color on it, that's your first giveaway. Sometimes people have used acetone or something like that to rub off the red enameling. That's an interesting one. Did you know the Royal Australian Mint got in hot water with the Royal Canadian Mint for the use of their patented technology, the application of the colour to our $2 coins? So the 2012 red poppy, which usually sells for around about $200, it's a very collectible coin, but that was an issue. I believe it got resolved, but something a bit different. And the 2013 Coronation, that's the purple coloured $2 coin, that usually goes for a bit over $100. So they were the first two coloured $2 coins. But if you get a fake, if you have the option, you can speak to the person you bought it from, hopefully, and get a refund. It's an unfortunate issue that plagues the collector community. But like we've always said, buy from a reputable source, and you should avoid that issue.
Also depends on how it's been faked, because it's actually very illegal to fake Australian money.
Absolutely.
So it's actually an Australian Federal Police matter if it's been seriously faked. So, and that's even if you're holding it in your hand and you didn't do it, you can still get smacked for it. So
really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Which is why when we get fakes through here that are of a currency, so they might be a 1 ounce silver coin, but they're an Australian currency, we actually have to notify the Australian Federal Police over it.
Wow.
So, yeah. I think we're going to have to draw the numismatics section to a bit of a close there.
Well, apparently I'm worth my pay. Oh, also someone asked, just before,
notice you slid that one in.
just before we wrap me up, someone asked if I buy bullion. The answer to that is a resounding yes, I do indeed. And it is, it's something that I've grown to love it. It's something that developed. I was beginning to stack as a customer from Bullion Now, and the whole experience left me so pleased that I ended up working here. But
you liked it so much, it took over.
It's two different things for me, right? Mentally, absolutely. I have a clear distinction between my collector coins, my numismatics, my stamp collection, and my banknotes, and my bullion stack. They are two very different things for me. So the line gets blurred for some people, but for me, it's like some people buy cars and then have their bullion stack. They're two very different things in my mind, and have a separate place in my heart. That's all I got.
Alrighty, thanks, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Next week. You jumping back in, Joe?
If you want me.
Yeah, so I'll answer a couple of quick questions while they're de-miking and re-miking. Oh, you can't just shut off your...
I'll be extra quiet.
Turn your microphone off, mate. Alrighty, so when the cream... No, not doing that one. Found a box of florins, one in pretty well mint condition, 27 English florin, 30 in all. 27 English florins, mate, 1927. They worth much? In good nick?
Not heaps. 1927, the Australian florin was the opening of Old Parliament House, worth about $30.
Yeah, what about the English one?
The English one, as far as I'm aware, not heaps, but I prefer the Australian ones anyway.
Do I get a prize if I bring you customers? You'll get our eternal thanks.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
For investment, which 3 coins would you make sure you had in your collection? Ooh, that is such an open question.
Hard one.
It depends on if you're talking if you've got a few $100,000 to throw at it. Sure, we're looking 1930 penny. We're looking at Adelaide pound, those types of things. If you've got a couple of grand, it's a completely different question. In fact, if I had a few hundred and I was looking for a coin, I would actually source this fairly quickly.
Yep.
Because it's going to be a keeper. it's going to be one that's going to go through the roof over time, I would suggest. Not financial advice. The other one might be... No, I can't say.
Come
I need a confirmation from someone.
This guy here, he's been teasing...
Oh, no, I actually wasn't talking about that one.
Oh, okay.
I was actually talking about the 10-ounce thing that I'm still waiting for confirmation on.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll talk about that one.
Wait for confirmation on that.
Yeah.
But the other thing which you won't tell absolutely anyone about...
No.
In,
which is frustrating,
which
isn't it?
Apparently early August, which I literally have no idea. And you've been teasing us, so thanks for that.
No worries. We are doing a release of a special coin. There you go. I've told you it's a coin now, not a bar.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So look out for that in early August.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to wrap up with, mate, while we
I
finish
think
up?
We've done a decent job today.
I hope so.
All right. Hope you guys have had fun. Thanks for watching.
We've ground through a few more questions, I hope. We really want to incorporate people into this and answer pretty much any question you want to throw at us. We're happy to do anything. So at this stage, we plan on doing it next week again. If we're not in lockdown, I have absolutely no idea how we're going to do it because we've got customers coming through the store. We obviously can't do it here.
It's going to be Saturday night at your place.
Yeah. So stand by for further information on how we do it, but we'll try and do it somehow. So if you've got any, if you've got a burning question that you want answered and we haven't got to it, we've skipped over it, I apologise for it. Flick us an email to... let's stick anything live stream related. Let's stick to the live@bullionnow.com.au because Sam gets enough with any bullion related sales questions. Send them to sales@bullionnow.com.au. But a question for the live stream, live@bullionnow.com.au. That's going to be the best way. Yeah. So send your question in. You can do it. Just type an email, or you can actually, if you're feeling really game, get in front of a camera and ask your question, and we'll flip it up on the... That'd be cool. I think the IT boys can cope with it. They're not giving me too strange a look. In fact, I'm getting thumbs up. So we can throw you up on the screen and you can ask your question there. Obviously pre-recorded, we'll put it up there and then we'll answer the question from there. So other than that, I think... we'll leave a line under it there. At that. And this time, when we say bye, we'll just be silent. We have the technology experience. We hope. Fingers crossed we don't, and then we go, oh man, that was so hard. All right, thanks for watching. Tune in next week. We'll come up with something equally dangerous. Fingers crossed. And we'll go from there. So thanks for everything. We'll talk again soon. See you later. See ya. Bye.